So, welcome everyone. As the main title goes on TV, I just say hello. Thanks for being here. I just hope this is gonna be a funny session, as it should be. We're all set up for this. Ciao Matteo, hi Dennis, hi everyone. I'm sure many more will come. So if you guys are new, just to remember you, we have speed, gear, throttle and brake pedal for all the 20 drivers. I usually focus on the top drivers, at least what are supposed to be the top. So Ferrari, Mercedes and Red Bull. For sure today the big focus will be on these two guys, and we have a live comparison tool that I will turn on soon enough to see live who is faster and where. And I'll enjoy the session with you. I'll try to answer some questions, but in the meantime I will be focused on my job as well, so I will try to balance. If you hear silence at some point, it's also because I'm taking notes and I'm marking on other softwares I have in my suite. I will just take off my face now so you can see just the screen as it should be. Have fun and cheers. And Max is coming out immediately. Perez, Vettel, Verstappen and Leclerc. Coming out. I think Max is coming out so early because they needed to double check what they tested to see if they can fix something in case anything doesn't work. Cheers, Sam. Thanks, grazie Ellen. Faccio lo screenshot, lo mando a Matteo Bobby adesso. So Perez is in his flying lap already with soft new tires. Max just started his own. .320 and nice shape. Let's see Max. 300 in the fast sector, 104. 17-0 by Max, so he's already pushing. Let's see the top speed, 326. Wow, very fast in the straight, Max. And Lewis just came out of the pit, so we will shortly compare them. Let's now see Max the second straight. Well, just 324 is quite okay. 320, 172 is fast in the turn 9. Wow, Perez was 176 in turn 9. This is what they usually Max is capable of doing at the hotel. Someone took, and Gasly did the best middle sector. 23.6. It's not super fast. (24.7) with medium tires. That pretty strange for Ferrari to be out with medium. Buh. This is warming up, and then in the straight they cut the power at 225, and then at the end of the straight they release the cruise, the limiter. You see? For both Mercedes. Okay, let's live compare. Verstappen. This was his lap. Let's see Lewis. Oh, sorry, pressed the wrong button. And let's see Lewis. So Lewis, as usual, is much faster in turn 1. But turn 3-4, Max is really fast, eh? This here, usual, Lewis was much faster. Now Max is faster. Lewis is again faster in turn 5. So a strong front end for Mercedes. And also on the power curve is lower. And Lewis is lower, 320 against 326. Let's see. It seems to me that Honda kept something under the hood. Now let's see the second straight. Pretty much on par, similar, and against lower Lewis. That's surprising, eh? Even though it was just slightly faster overall thanks to this. And let's see the last sector. This is where he usually suffers. Let's see the final time. It will be close. Should be close. Let's see the last sector. 23-2, 23-3. So 2/3 of advantage. With the purple third sector. Wow, despite the complex here, thanks to turn 12 and thanks to this. So, but what puzzles me is this top speed, which is lower for Lewis than, I don't know why yet. So Lewis is 4/10 ahead of Max, and Bottas just 1/10 behind Lewis. Alonso P4, Norris P4. Let's see Charles. Let's see Charles. Quite slower in the fast corners. Suffering at turn 9. I don't know this medium tire choice. All the traction phase, the braking phase, the fast corners are suffering due to this. Bit puzzling. I don't know if they expected the track to improve so much that they don't want to waste a set of tire. Perez now improving. It's gonna be a fast track evolution, so I'll scroll down to see the data. Yes, 325 for Perez. These are the top speeds that have been reached. 324.22 for the Ferraris, 320, 319 for the Mercedes, 327, 325 for the Red Bull. So the Red Bull seems to me that they have a bit less downforce setup to compensate. The new first sector of Max is Max is gonna be close to Lewis in this lap. Let me see. It's fast also on the fast corner, a bit slower in the straight, but it's still fast in the complex sector. Let's see, 23.3. 23.3, just 56 thousandths. Just 66 thousandths. With Max with the used tires. So they seems to me that Max need a bit of time to warm up the front tires. That's what he suffers a lot. See how fast this was. Really Lewis territory up to this morning, but while turn one Lewis improved a lot, Max is not able to catch up here. This is one of those corners that we will see in Q3 who can be magic. And also Max is starting to match Lewis in turn 9. And from what I see here, Max also changed this driving style a bit to be a bit more round instead of purely V style as it did yesterday. So that's interesting. He's trying to improve here. I'll scroll down again to see the others. There is Ricciardo. I will just leave just a second here so we can enjoy the others while the first are coming back to pits. Red flag for the bollard on track. So again, for those who's asking, it's speed, gear, throttle and brake. Quindi per velocità, marcia, questa vedete, seconda, prima, seconda, terza, eccetera. Acceleratore in alto è 100, in basso è 0 e freno ugualmente 100, 0. Quindi questa è la velocità, 263, frenata in uscita box fino a 75 e poi riaccelerazione con l'acceleratore molto morbido perché siamo in un outlap, of course. Spero che sia chiaro abbastanza, Luca. I will say it also in English again. We have speed, gear, throttle and brake for all the drivers. 100% throttle, 0% throttle, 100% brake, 0% brake, and gear is third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seven, up to 8 gear, and then down. Of course, the curves are very round because we are in an outlap. And the same, this very same data are reported here when I do the live comparison. This is speed, gear, throttle, and brake. I'm just putting them one over the other. At the moment, we can live compare the two Ferrari drivers. I think it could be fun to do, though. Okay? Leclerc and Sainz. I'll put Sainz yellow, because this was impossible. Okay, I think Sainz just started his lap, and Charles right behind him. First corner, very same speed. Just slightly faster in the first corners of sector 1, but slightly slower in turn 5. On the first straight, 321. So Charles is slightly faster in the straights. Let me put exact. Of course, Sainz is yellow, Leclerc is red. 317 for Sainz, 319 for Leclerc. Let's see turn 9. Turn 9, that was much faster for Carlos, even though the data seems a bit dirty here. This is the triple, 47-41, 67-51. Let's see. Charles is lower in turn 12, but is a bit faster in the second part of the hotel. They're pretty much similar, eh? And they ended up, Charles 2/10 ahead of Sainz. It's P6 for Charles, P10 for Sainz, not super. Charles is just 3/10 off the pole. That's crazy. Crazily close. Much closer than expected. The others to the top. So Charles suffered a bit here, but also the data is not very clean. I'm not sure, but he doesn't like turn 9 very much. But he did very well in the triple of the hotel area. He gained 1/10 there. And 1/10 in the middle sector, yes. The 10th in the middle sector, it seems to me that he was able to accelerate a bit more. Hard to say if he got better traction. I will have to check more thoroughly the data. And Lewis is starting again. So I'll go back to Lewis. Since Lewis is alone, I will just watch it here. 16.9 the first sector. Seems a great car, the W12. 321, still not a super speed. But it's very 74 is very much also in the chicane. Eh? It's very fast.
And we have 25 seconds margin to start.
319 the second straight. And it's purple also the middle. Wow, 179. That's big improvement. Eh? Also 111. These are all. This is the first time I see Lewis doing this. So he's trying to make the exact thing that Max does in the triple of the hotel. $22.8. Whoa. $22.8. But you know, the track is improving a lot. But this is an impressive lap. Absolutely impressive, but of course the track is improving a lot, so I guess it's a bit in the middle. So Max, I don't think Max can challenge Lewis today, maybe, but he can be, let's say, he will try to be on the front row, then tomorrow is another turn. And Charles is doing another lap. Leclerc P6 23.4 is a nice time. Amazing lap by Tsunoda. Amazing lap by Tsunoda. Sorry guys, just had a small accident with my headphones. Yes, Matteo, surprisingly enough, the top speed we saw by Mercedes is not fast as we expected. On the contrary for Red Bull. So I guess Red Bull took off a lot of downforce, while Mercedes added downforce. So we see this is a very high downforce setup, and all the power delivery is on traction, it's not on straight line speed, because it's much more time sensitive to have power at the early stages of the straight. If you can accelerate to 300 earlier than your opponent, then it really doesn't matter to get to 321, 326, 330, unless you have to overtake, of course. But this also shows another thing, we have to be honest. This is not only good, this is also that when Mercedes put downforce, they have also a lot of drag. It was an issue they've always had. Sometimes they cannot take it. Sometimes they cannot take it away. So the car is a super car, of course, but is also a bit draggy. So sometimes at the high range, they suffer a bit the top speed when they decided to put the high downforce setup. So let's check again the last lap of Hamilton, which was this, against the Verstappen, much slower one. but we know that the track was much different in these two conditions. Let me put a color reasonable. So they are showing that in TV the difficulties of Max in the front end. We've been saying this quite a lot, that Max suffers the front end at turn 9, while Lewis is super fast in turn 9 with a very strong front end. And also in turn 12 and in turn 15, the 14, Lewis now with more downforce is a bit faster. And even in the last corner, wow, look at how early. No, this is sorry. This is the last corner. Max has to brake a bit earlier. Sorry guys, this is off lap finished. But he has a bit better. Max suffers the front end, and but he suffers, but he has a strong rear end of the car, while Lewis here lost the rear a bit. You see, he had to raise his feet. This is just the chicane, and Max goes down to second gear, while Lewis never below third. Also a bit of a short shift here for Lewis compared to Max. Okay, let's see the Q2. So we saw that Mercedes is going to be on medium. It's not updated. They need to cross the line to update the screen here. And also Red Bull, And also Red Bull will start with medium. Ten seconds. Lewis is first in the pit lane and green flag. So I will directly live compare the laps of Lewis and Max. Doesn't matter. There is no point in keeping in waiting. Let me.
So this compound's just going to need a bit more work.
And let's put Max over him. And Max is fast as well in the first sector. Just 5 kph slower here, but then is fast in the corners. And Max is much faster in the straights. 320 for Lewis, 328. Because he had the toe of Perez, Max had a bit of a toe of Perez. Bit far ahead, but still valuable. Let's see if he can make it last. 175 is a good speed. Let's remember they have medium tires mounted on. Wow, 165. Did that suffering a lot for Verstappen? And Max, very slow in turn 12. Now it's hard to see. I guess he's slower a bit. So he lost a bit in the last sector. Let's see, Max. Four thousandths. How the heck? We need to see again this. Yeah, they both had a bad last sector actually. They both had a bad last sector because Lewis had, you see this correction here. Max had quad. This is not perfect. Here I don't understand what happened. The data doesn't show much. We will have to see the replay. $4,000, That's crazy. Unfortunately, no, Enrico. They do not broadcast the steering angle. I hate them because that would be a super interesting data, but they do not show that. The Ferraris are out with soft. Perez 23.7 needs to improve. Perez is really a pain because he cannot have a good single lap pace. He's not been able to do that for the whole season. He's good in race pace, but he needs to improve the single lap. Ocon just started his lap. I scrolled down just a bit to see the Alpines. Alonso and Ocon. So you guys can enjoy it a bit. The 17.0 for Ocon. Soft tires, Soft tires.
Yuki, we need full throttle as much as possible. Focus on it, please. Good shot! Multi-B 14 position 4. Multi-B 14 position.
It's a fast Alpine. Ocon is very good at the chicane. More or less. 23.4, 23.5. Let's see the Ferraris. 23.2. That's a very nice lap by Charles. P3 with the purple third sector. Sainz P1. Sorry guys, I just lost it for a second. Because I was looking that Max had a big flat spot. He had a big flat spot. I was looking if I was able to spot it. Yeah, the first corner. This. That's a big mistake because it was the tire. Because it was the tire that it should be fitted at the start. So, and now Max needs absolutely but he should be able to ask for substitution. I think so. Sorry. Oh, difficult situation. Let me check. Sainz and Leclerc, right, guys? They had a very strong lap. Oh, Sainz was fast in the last corner. Very fast in turn 9. Very well done by Sainz. Great lap by the Ferraris for sure. You see, Sainz was a bit better in the hotel section and was much faster in turn 9 and much faster in the last corner. And in the first corner, this is very time sensitive. Yes, Matteo, they said that they will be squeezing the power unit in the last race. They don't have much to save. It's the last race. I think they won't lose anything even if they blow one. So they should push it to the limit to see how this works. And Michele is asking why Perez is so slow. And I said before, Perez has been slow in a single race lap pace for the whole year. He just cannot. He's a very good on race pace, but he just cannot put everything together to have a fast single lap pace. It's an issue for him and for Red Bull for sure. Because one thing is to start P8, one thing is to start P4 and help your captain. Max is coming out of the pit again. Let's see which tires. Soft. Soft and Mercedes with medium, new medium, while Verstappen with the soft and Perez with the soft. Wow, LG, their LG is asking, I say first in Italian. LG chiede perché tutti dicono che partire con le rosse sarebbe un disastro. Cosa fa la Ferrari? Ma io non credo che sarà così un disastro. Dalle race simulation non c'era un altissimo degrado, c'è un traffico pazzesco intanto. Non c'era un altissimo degrado, quindi non penso ci sarà un disastro. Ci sta, secondo me. Wow. So the LG asked if it's gonna be a disaster to start with the soft tires. See, but honestly, I don't think it's gonna be a disaster. It's gonna be another strategy, and very low. We saw very low degradation on. Well, what a battle! We saw very low degradation on Friday, so I don't expect a drama for starting with the soft tires. I'll put Hamilton, which is, and Verstappen. Verstappen is waiting. There's a mega queue. Crazy. Yellow flag. Oh no, it just went away. And Norris, and now it's the turn of Max. Okay, Max started. It was already a super first corner for Max, despite all the situation in which he lost all the taps. He needs to be careful because without tire temperatures, it's very dangerous. But wow, look at this. He's good also at turn 5. 23-1 for Lewis. 3-27 for Max. But Lewis he got because it's medium soft. Yes, it was on medium. And Max. So Tsunoda in, Gasly. Perez P1 with soft tires. Wow, very good. Also at turn 9. And Max is improving. Let's see, the last sector seems to be okay to improve. Last corner for Max. And the lap is 22.8. First. Wow, 22.8. So he will start with soft tires tomorrow, Max, with a super lap. 30. He did 29.9 in the last sector, with 30.1 for Hamilton in the last sector. But of course with one compound difference. So if this is true, that Lewis with one compound difference is 3/10 and a half behind Max, and there is about 5/10 between the two compounds, it means that Lewis has a potential advantage of 1/10 and a half for the Q3. So the two Red Bulls will be on soft for the start tomorrow. Quite aggressive, eh? Vettel is swearing a lot. Yes, Toto. Yeah, I think there's also a bit of tactics LNG because Mercedes is very bad on soft tires. So I guess he was trying to shift the whole race to the medium. Wow, wow, they are showing what happened in the last part of before Q2. Wow, when all the drivers were waiting for the flying lap. That's crazy, yeah. And P11 for Fernando, who is out of Q3. Ocon P9. And Tsunoda made the cut with medium tires. That's impressive. So we are ready for Q3, yeah? Amazing session, amazing season. Let's enjoy this. I don't know if next season will be so nice. One last time, the last Q3 of the 2021 is about to start. Can't wait for it. Allen, beh, non ha detto che Red Bull metta le medie nella seconda parte di gara. Potrebbe fare, perché dipende per esempio se questo set lo può usare. E potrebbe anche montare le dure lo stesso, fare solo il primo stint più corto e poi montare le dure, non so. So Ellen was asking if does this mean what happened with the tires mean that the race will be decided in the second half with Red Bull with mediums and Mercedes on hards. We still don't know if the second stint will be on medium for Red Bull. They could even feed the hard. It's gonna be a tough strategic race for sure. Whatever it finishes now. Okay, Q3 has started. This line is when they reset the time for the Q3. So we still don't know how strategies will develop. For example, Red Bull could even do soft, medium, soft, or one stop soft hard with just a shorter first stint. And it's tricky because in these situations, with this situation, many times the guy with the softer compounds has to stop first, and then the others, not to lose the track position, has to follow and stop as well, and so the other loses the advantage of a harder compound. That's one of the trickier situations, because if Max tomorrow, let's say it's P2 close to Lewis and stops early, Lewis, to avoid the undercut, even though he has the medium, he has to stop as well, and so they end up with the same age tires for the second part of the race, even though today Red Bull started on qualified on softs. So that's tricky. And yes, the Mercedes are usually stronger on the harder compounds. We know here the Pirelli brought the softer compounds they have. But yes, it's up to them. We'll see. I don't see very bad a strategy like first stop for maybe hard for Red Bull, and then maybe not a completely long stint, and then a second stop for soft. No, I don't know. Let's see the Q3, guys. Let's try to see who's gonna be on the front row, because it's not finished yet, because Bottas, Perez. Let's see what happens. So they're starting the lap. I'll scroll ahead. Okay, Max is starting this lap. First shot in Q3. I'll wait for synchronizing Lewis as well, of course. Still has a corner to do. 16.8 in the first sector with 301 in the fast corner. Very fast first corner for Lewis, who is pushing very hard as well. Let's see turn 5. Ooh, turn 5 Lewis is a bit slower, eh? Turn 5 Lewis is a bit slower. Let's see the top speed. Let's see the middle sector. Max had the toe of Perez in the two straight. Let's see Lewis. Let's see Lewis. Lewis is fast, super fast, 191 in turn 9. Let's see this, the complex. And Lewis is lower 2/10. 22.1 for Max. Let's see Lewis in the third sector. Seems a bit slower, but I'm not sure. And Lewis is lower in the last corner. Lewis is lower in the last corner. So no way. He's half a second. He's half a second behind. Not very bad last sector for Lewis. You see, I didn't want to say it because you never know, but very bad last corner, and the hotel the hotel didn't work. That's an amazing, and I think Max just told also Perez. Max, they didn't realize in TV, but they exchanged it, and Max told Perez in the second in his lap to give the help back. 3:28 for second for Perez in the first straight. Let me see the time. Sorry guys, that was an unbelievable lap at the very last. 23-2 by Sainz. Very nice time. Tsunoda 23-0. Tsunoda is untakeable today. Yes, Verstappen got the toe of Perez. But yes, Verstappen got the toe of Perez, but gave 3 tenths, almost 3 tenths, 2 tenths and a half in the last sector with no toe. So it's not only the toe. 22.9, 22.9 for Perez is P3. Yes, guys. It's true that I just wanted to say it is. No, Tsunoda time cancelled. I'm very sorry for him. But yes, this is 3:25 in both straights. So it helped a lot in the middle sector. But Max got a super fast last corner and a super fast triple section with the hotel section. And gained 2 tenths and a half in the last sector, and the toe was over. So yes, the toe helped a lot, but he gave 550. So it's they're saying this also on TV. It's not only the toe, guys. It's a big help, but it was also a big step for him. I'm so sorry for Tsunoda, guys. He really deserves to. It was unbelievable. Yes, I know it's good for Ferrari, but this is about sportsmanship, and Tsunoda really deserved a great performance today. Yes, they just showed the replay of Hamilton just a bit wide on turn 5, and we noticed. You remember in real time, we noticed that Lewis was 5 kph slower in turn 5. Now Lewis will probably do an unbelievable. No, Norris was complaining about the Red Bulls. But I think it's not. But I think it wasn't not complaining with race direction, but more with his team, because he said you could have easily avoided it. I'm very sorry for Tsunoda. I showed it was really a millimeter, but Yuki really deserves it today. Now I expect an unbelievable lap by Lewis, as you always do, but to cut out half a second is not going to be easy. Yes, Lewis went longer in turn 5 as we saw, as we noticed here. Let's see in the second, because they might be close, let's say. So it won't be easy for. At least it's not an easy pole for Lewis, as many were predicting. I've been writing that it's gonna be a tight one, and everybody was complaining that I didn't see the numbers correctly because Mercedes had a bigger advantage. But it's tight. It's tight between those two teams. It's tight and it's tight. Down there, coming out for the final attempt. Final attempt of this 2021 season. Yes, I agree that if Lewis gets the pole, it shows why he got 103, 104 pole, whatever it is. But if Max is P2, it doesn't really matter the pole. I mean, it matters, but it's the front row that matters today. Yeah, in the end, my idea is. Hamilton is at turn 9 now. Bottas turn 9. Everybody's saying that it's impossible to upgrade by 5/10, but it's Lewis. We all know it's Lewis. Usual power cut for Mercedes at 225. It's a sort of cool down. Nothing. I'll scroll ahead to see the Lewis started his lap. Max is bit laying behind, so I'll just wait. First sector seems on par. 104 improved, but I don't know if it's enough. Just 50 thousandths, but not improving. And Max is starting his flying lap, so I'll scroll ahead to see the lap of Max. 72 is fast. He will probably improve the second sector. Wow, Max 292. Max is at turn 5. 101, not super. Max is just 11. Let's see the last sector of Lewis. Maybe a small mistake here. Seems fast, but I don't know if it's fast enough. No, not fast enough. 22.4. 22.4 is not enough. 4/10. And Max is 328. That's unbelievable fast speed. 324. That's an unbelievable top speed. Tsunoda P6 behind Sainz. And Max an okay turn 9. An okay turn 9, but it's not super fast in the middle sector. Let's see. Norris P3. Max didn't have a super last sector and left it. So pole by Max. Pole by Max. Sainz is P5. Leclerc is P7. And Bottas is P6. Bottas is P6. So 3/10 and a half, 3/10 and 70 between Lewis and Hamilton. Unbelievable, guys. Unbelievable performance. It's not gonna be easy tomorrow. It's not gonna be easy for Max because Mercedes is surely strong with the race pace and everything, especially for the soft tires when they will have a race. And Bottas is just P6 with Norris P3. guys, let me say that it's really emotional, because we've been watching a whole season. We've been watching a whole season with these two drivers that are unbelievable, guys. Unbelievable. It's like watching against Senna, Prost, Lauda and Hunt. It's to this level. I'm not joking. It's there. These two drivers are up there amongst the best of the best in history. They are really, really, really super drivers. Let's see tomorrow, but under the driving abilities, they are both standing ovation. Standing ovation. It's really emotional to see this kind of performances from these two guys. So, yeah, in the meantime, sorry, I forgot to scroll down. This is usually cooldown also for the other teams. Just everybody's getting back. Sorry, I lost a second the point. I will leave the live confrontation here. Just remember that Max aborted his lap in his last sector when he made a mistake, because we already knew that was enough. Yes, Sainz and Norris compare. Sorry, guys, I'm breathing again. Sainz and Norris, the last lap. Last lap, I'm gonna find it, is right here. So, Sainz and Norris. Norris is faster in corner 1 first turn. This is very time sensitive. It's very important, this corner, for the first sector. Even more important than to be fast on the fast corners. But they are pretty much on par. And on turn 5, Sainz is just slightly faster. I'm looking also at the time, but this made quite a difference, because you see, Sainz had to brake a bit earlier. Then a bit of clipping. I'm just looking at the data also on the other screen, sorry guys. They had pretty much the same time on the middle sector, with the Norris faster in turn 9. And then yeah, they're not so different, but actually there is just 60 thousandths between the two lap times. That's why it starts to find the differences. Sainz seems a bit better in the last corner here, but then Norris seems a bit better in. No, this is again Sainz better here, but Norris is. Sorry, Norris is a bit faster at the end, after turn 9, at the entrance of turn 12. They are very, very similar, guys. Just 60 thousandths of difference. Of course, I will zoom in and do everything in the post-session analysis. This is just to have a live feeling. Well, I'm listening also to the interviews, but I really think it was nice today, to watch, and it's always nice to watch the live sessions with the data. It's really funny. I enjoyed it a lot, so that's why I'm sharing. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. And that's an unbelievable season for sure. They just closed the connection, so I don't have that anymore to show. Thank you very much for anyone who was here. I hope you enjoyed it. Tomorrow we will have the race as well, even though the race is not so emotional with the live comparison tool that's working in the details, because race is a bit more, let's say, rough, not this more on a pressure, timing, and everything. But thanks again, everybody, for being here. We'll see you tomorrow for this amazing season finale. Grazie a tutti. No, I don't think. No, penso che Norris. I think Norris and everybody else that is not involved in the championship will just back off tomorrow. Nobody will put. Will try to be in the middle. It's too crazy. So he will try to have a good start, but I honestly believe that everybody will back off from these two guys tomorrow. So, but it doesn't really matter for the championship since they're both in front row. So all the job of today can be erased in a couple of corners, even in one corner. So thanks again, guys. It's been a pleasure to host you here and to have everybody here. We'll see you tomorrow. Enjoy your Saturday. Have fun tonight. Drink a lot. Don't drive. And get ready for the biggest race of the last 10 years, I think, at least. Cheers.